Well, welcome back, everybody. We're going to take care of this washout today. This is from our most recent rain. It's like the San Andreas Fault. So this is looking up from below. It's about 3.5 feet, 4 feet deep. Kind of wide down here and narrows up at the top. So it shouldn't be too bad. We'll get tractoring on this puppy. Bring in some dirt and fill it in. I'm going to do a step here for you so you don't have to watch the entire process. And here comes the last bucket. Now I figured since I filled in the wide spot down below, the top spot was narrow, I'd be able to straddle this trench and get up to the mine entrance and start digging up there. But that didn't work out so good. Yeah, Dum fucked up and got the tractor stuck in the trench.
Oh. No, but let me surface it down.
I know fucked up, and that's fucked up. So at this time we weren't sure whether or not we were going to dig it out or just give it a burial. So our final decision was that we were going to dig it out. We filled in the trench a little bit to try and give the tractor some support as it came out. It was quite a process. I mean, even the dog got involved. You see her off to the left. She's filling in the small trench along the side of the road here. At this point, I was wishing I had another 40 or 50 Sadies here. And she could just dig this tractor out probably in 10 minutes. So my dig out crew was my son Jay, his wife Rochelle, Dana, my buddy from a long time ago, Robert, my buddy from not so long ago, and my wife Adria. So our next step was to call in the big guns. Got my wife's Jeep Wrangler up here with a winch, and my buddy's Toyota 4Runner with a winch. And we're going to try and double winch this thing out of the hole. And with all the pulling we did, all we managed to do was to pull the vehicles up the hill. That tractor was stuck and did not want to move. We decided to give this thing the train treatment. So we'll put the Wrangler in the back and the 4Runner up front, do a double anchor, and try and pull it out with one winch.
Yes, sir. What are you supposed to hook to? I got D-rings.
Let's see how that works.
Oh.
So here's our setup. The Jeep is an anchor point. It's cabled to the Toyota, and that has its cable going up to the tractor. Well, it will soon. Here's the walk of shame. I get to be the one that drags the line up the hill. Come on, hurry it up, old man. Alright, I'm going to get down here and hook this cable onto the drawbar. That should hold it. That should be enough to pull it out. Well, it moved a little bit, but not enough for the amount of pull that Toyota was putting on it. So we're going to have to investigate this a little bit. We did free up the rear blade. That was stuck down in the dirt, holding us up. And I'm digging out around behind the rear tire. Apparently a large rock had fallen behind the tire then got covered with dirt. So it was trying to force the tractor to step up about a foot within a 2 or 3 inch run, which is going to take a lot of pulling to do. So we moved the rock and started pulling some more. That's hard to see. It's actually starting to move. So I got on the side like a big old ape and rocked it a bit. And that was enough to break the friction of the front bucket arm and let the tractor start rolling back. And it appears as if we have success. She's out of the hole. Well, almost. Got a little bit more pulling to do. But at least both the rear tires are back on the ground. Alright, we're free. I have recovered my tractor. Now all I need to do is get it back down the hill and shuffle it off to the mill site or the workshop. Same thing. Over the past few years, this tractor has been displaying some sad emotions. While you're driving it, it tends to pop out of forward gear, and it's been getting more and more frequent the more I've used it. So we're going to have to look into that. Moving all this dirt would be possible, but would probably do more damage to the tractor than necessary. So we're going to fix the transmission before we totally destroy it. Okie doke. This is Billy the Wonder Tractor. I wonder why it's run for so long. After getting it out of the hole, or the trench that I had it stuck in, it came out without any damage. But over the past few years that I've been using it, the forward gear has not been working so well. It keeps popping out of forward, which is kind of disconcerting. If you're going up a hill with a bucket load of dirt and it pops out of forward and starts freewheeling backwards down the hill, it's kind of scary. So we got some work to do on that. So we're going to pop the lid off the transmission here and see what it looks like inside. It's got kind of a weird shifter. It goes straight down into the top. So it's kind of difficult to pull off. But I got the top off. Now, first and second look good. And third and fourth is hidden down below, but they look good. So where's the problem? There it is. This is forward reverse. And there's the issue. These teeth have been crashed. With these teeth in this condition, also this slip collar is going to be damaged just as bad. That would cause it to pop out of gear when you get a torque on it. Let's check the synchros. We're missing a synchro dog here. And we're missing another synchro dog right here. In fact, all three synchro dogs are missing. Those are metal pieces that push against the synchro rings and synchronize everything. So we're going to have to split the tractor right here at this line. This will put me right at the end of the transmission where I should be able to get to those gears. Now to do so, we're going to need a tractor splitting jig. You got to support both halves of the tractor. So I got some heavy duty wheels. We're going to make some bogies out of those. And we'll support the front of the tractor with jacks and roll the back half away on this track. We got some metal here that we need to cut. So let's start cutting. Now, if you're cutting metal like this, you do not want to do it like this. What you want to do is cut one leg, flip the metal around, and cut the other leg. See, I was doing it wrong, so I went full redneck on this. Put a half a gallon of oil in a jug, hung it from a bar, let that push down. Now you see here, I've turned the metal and I'm cutting down this one leg, and it just goes like butter. And hell, this thing went through in a couple of minutes, where doing the other side I'd been cutting for 20 minutes. So this is the way to do it. Cut as perpendicular as you can to the center of the axis of the blade. Here's a set of bogies that I've cobbled up. Here's the track. We've got everything clamped together, and we're going to start welding. We'll get some welding done in the next few days. And in the meantime, we've got our little Honda generator that we've been putting back together. 1,000 watt generator that I got from my father-in-law. And according to my wife, they used it when they went camping years ago, and I kind of feel bad that it's in this condition right now. Got it torn down. The armature windings were all full of dirt. This thing got buried 2 feet in mud in the Monte Cristo mine. Drained the engine, oil. There's very little water in that. That was good. The cylinder has no water in it, which was very good. The carburetor had a little bit of water. The muffler was full of mud. But we've got that all flushed out. Yep, bits and parts laying all over the place. I should have cleaned this dump up before I started working on it. I pulled off the flywheel to check the points, and the flywheel was just full of mud too. So we cleaned that up. Here's the coil and the points. Fortunately, the points are in their own little box, and they were protected. We'll see that in a moment. But yeah, I'm taking a wire brush, spray, and we're gonna clean this off really good. We don't need any garbage on the magnets. Here's the points. They're inside of a little box that was very well sealed. I was surprised. Got their own little gasket and shaft seal. So just clean those up. Put the flywheel back on and checked it, and it gets a good spark. So we continued to assemble it. And looking here, we see that the fins are nice and clean. No mud stuck inside. Now, we don't have a petcock for this yet. We're going to have to wait on that. That's taking some time to come in the mail. But we're going to try starting it anyway on starter fluid. Oh, look at that. First time. Yeah, at least it runs. I just got to put the rest of it back together. Here's the armature windings. They're all nice and clean now. I inspected them. Don't see any burns, any breaks. That bearing's kind of crappy though. It's kind of hard and crunchy. So it's got some dirt in it. We'll swap that out. I had them email me a new one. Took about 30 seconds to get there. And it's an official Honda part, so it should fit. So that's sitting in its place, getting ready to be pressed in. So I used my redneck intellect, built myself a little bearing press to pull the bearing into place. And there it is. Go ahead, stick your finger in there. Yeah, I know you want to test it out. See, you feel better now? Feel good? Yeah, I thought so. You jerk. Anyhow, here it is all put back together. We're just going to have to get the other parts and give it a try. Well, that's about it for today. Thanks for visiting. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See ya!